Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday. I'm just lighting a little Palo Santo here to get the day started. Hey, Aqua Yazzie, nice to see you. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's wait for a few other people to roll up. Ah, so lovely. Just the smell is absolutely lovely. It feels good. It smells good. I hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday. It's such a beautiful day. Everything is just flowing naturally. The sun is out here in California. The smoke is rising. Whoops, sorry. My phone is just letting me know that I'm on. Good morning, Kate. I hope everybody's having a lovely day. I hope everybody's hanging in there, doing their thing, staying safe, staying healthy. Hey, Mimi Rodriguez. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's doing their thing today. Everybody's kind of hanging out. There's really nothing going on. I think everybody's pretty much at home. Kind of just doing, hey, Carlos, good morning. Kind of just doing the usual thing. It's a beautiful day to get stuff done outside if that's something that's good for everybody. Whatever, people like to do during, their weekend off, whatever. They have bad weather. Texas has horrible weather and stuff like that. Hello, Leanne. Excuse me. Oh, so a lot of people can't go out. See, I don't watch the news. I apologize. Keith was just saying that there's certain weather, horrible weather in certain parts of the world. Hey, Carlos is eating ice cream. I love ice cream. It's my deal, man. Mint chocolate chip. I love mint chocolate chip. It's my thing. Keith says hi. Everybody says hi, Keith. Keith says hi. I totally thought I turned that off. Yeah, right. Keith says he hopes he's being safe in this horrible weather or in this crazy time right now. Crazy, crazy time. So, anyways, I really don't have a topic for today. Again, of course, right? Good job, Carla. But what's happening in your world? I was kind of sick for a couple of days. Just kind of like a thing with my ear, whatever. Just, that kind of thing. But I'm feeling better. I'm like medicated, so I'm feeling better. But it's just one of those things where you kind of get that, have that kind of weird feeling. Your throat starts acting up, and you're like, you get spooked. You're like, I got the Rona, got me. But then you start feeling better, and you're like, oh, okay, it's just allergies. That kind of thing. Allergies, ear, that kind of thing. So, but anyways, hi Georgina. My sister's name is Georgiana. It's nice for you to join me this morning. So I don't know, kids, what do you guys want to do? My grandmother's here, and she's like, oh, hey, it was Ash Wednesday. I went to Ash Wednesday. I went to church on Ash Wednesday. Hi, Jessica. So, of course, Mimi, your boy just had a birthday, big 16. Oh my goodness, happy birthday to your baby boy. I have one son, and he's always going to be my baby, even though he's like 30. He's like 30 something. Hi, Sheila. So, excuse me. So let's see what's going on with you guys. I feel a lot of energy happening, a lot of things. Oh God, these. I want to start trolling the trolls. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's start trolling the trolls. Today is such a good day. I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I can do this. This is like a good day. I'm having like a lovely day. And then Troll Central, clocks in. Whatever. So anyways, what do you guys want to do today? Let's do something. So my grandmother shows up. My grandmother's right here, my left ear. I don't know if I told you guys. You guys missed the show. For those of you that missed the show on Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Sorry. Me and Debbie, and I was telling you that I was because I work at a hospital for children, right? And I had there's a little girl that's always there, and she's always messing with me. So, anyways, I had like a wet willy or whatever. I don't know. That's what crisscross applesauce Brett said. Debbie's son, that a spirit gave me wet willy, and it was really weird because I've had like an earache ever since then. Ever since that happened, I've had an earache. And so it's just kind of like really weird. But anyways, long story short, so I noticed that there's a lot more activity going on. So people at my job, okay, so let's talk about this. For those of you who have those ring, the doorbell. I always call them ding dongs, but the doorbell, okay? So a lot of my patients that I go seeing at my other job, they all have those. And I'm thinking, wow, I wonder how many people, because a lot of people have those, in their house, the sensors, something goes off, those kind of things, and the sensor goes off and you can see orbs and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have watched Debbie's show. Well, I mean, I know you guys do, but for those of you, all those orbs that Debbie has in her house right now, I mean, they're just cruising through. They're hanging out, doing their thing, whatever. They're just, they're just loving Debbie's house, right? But I just want you guys to know that I'm sure that's happening in everybody's house too. We just don't notice it right off, right? How often do we sit in front of a camera like this and we're just like seeing orbs just kind of cruising around? So I know there's a lot more activity out there. I know there is because people at work are talking about it. They're just randomly bringing it up. Oh God, you're a ding dong. Let me just go there. So anyways, it was just super weird because, sorry, troll. It was just super weird because a lot of people, they're like, yeah, I've got this noise in my house and it's super weird. And they're losing things. Like they're setting things down and things are being moved. And I mean, that happened to me all the time. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but you're like, you set your keys down and then you go back and they're like gone. Or whatever. It's one of those things. Yeah, right, Mimi, right? So Mimi, your oldest is 21, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, my oldest is going to be 30, or my oldest just turned 33. True story. Oh, just watching Texas thaw out little by little. Oh God, Sheila, really? I heard Texas got hit really hard. I heard Texas is really having a really tough time. I send them blessings. Sweet blessings. Yeah, you see Mimi? Yeah, see, and you know what? I'm telling you, a lot of you guys are becoming more sensitive to seeing those things. True story, because I know it. I can see it. Because right now, I mean, I'm not being nosy. I'm not one of those. But right now, I totally see like what you guys are going. I'm not saying I'm peeping in on your house. What I am saying is that I can tell because there's something like around your guys' head that I can tell that there's like some activity going on. Like I see little balls, like the little orbs, those little lights things. I can see those things. So for those of you that are having that, because the spirits are like, I'm here, that kind of thing. When we look at them, we're just kind of like you see like that thing, that shadow or that gray or whatever you want to call it, like on the side of your eye, right? You see it, you see it, and you look and you're like, there's nothing there. You're all, whatever. But people are seeing orbs. People are seeing the apparitions. They're cruising by, and you know what? Some of them are not even orbs. They're like in Debbie's house. They go, they're like a line of light. They're very, very different. Let me tell you, I haven't told you guys this, right? Yep, it's just spirit mess. And yeah, you know what? They're having fun with us. You know why? Because they don't like to be recorded. But see, I seen a video, some ding dong was egging them on. Remember, Keith, we were watching it? Oh, he's got his headphones on. No, I was saying we were watching that video and some guy was on YouTube. Some guy was just pissing off a spirit. He's like, come out and get me. And then they came out and got him, like showed themselves, and he freaked out. People are egging on these spirits and pissing them off, and they're like, come on, come on. You want to show me something, show me something. You don't poke the bear, you don't ever poke the bear, because you don't know what that spirit is. And when you're invoking, or when you're commanding, or you're doing something crazy like that, you're opening up the gates for God knows whatever, right? Even trolls. The trolls will show up. I'm kidding, man. Well, you never know. Trolls show up here, and I don't ask them to show up. They just kind of like, hey, they see your energy. They feel our energy as a group, not just mine, but as a group effort. They feel our energy. They see good things happening. They see healing taking place here. They see a wholesome, a conversation where we heal each other. We share experiences, but at the same time, we're also learning from each other what to do, how to stay safe, how to speak to our loved ones on the other side, how to share the messages. This is what this is all about. This is pure love. This has nothing to do with, hey, let me get in your DMs and we can, you can pay me some buku bucks so I can tell you shit you already know, right? This is not how we roll here. This is not what we do. So let's see here, Georgina. Let me see what's going on. I got my spiel for the Saturday. Jessica, let's look what Jessica says here. I'm sorry. Can you tell me a little of what you understand on spirits who can take over someone's life, like live off a host and switching hostmates? This is what happens. Okay, this is the way I'm understanding the question. Can you tell me a little bit of what you understand on spirit? Okay. What my understanding of spirits is I understand the pure and the wholeness of the spirit. The only spirits I choose to speak with or want to speak with are those that are in need of crossing over, that are in need of sharing a message to a family member to bridge that gap. I have a young man that I'm going to be speaking with. His father passed away, and he's still having a lot of trouble with that, and he wants to heal that relationship from this side and his father on the other side, so that they're both able to have some kind of closure. And when we talk about spirits having unfinished business, it's very true. Some stick around because they want to be able to say what they want to say without having to, so that they're able to move on. Because of the unfinished business that some of them have, some of them stay restless. Some of them are okay with it, and they move on. But it's something that carries very deep on this side for the person that's still alive. Now, when it comes to, no spirit can take over you unless you allow them to. Number one, Ouija boards. How many people get involved in these Ouija boards? They're drinking, they have fun, they have friends, it's a party, and all of a sudden there's always somebody who breaks out the Ouija board, right? They're sitting there, they're BSing with it, they start messing with it, with things that they have no idea what they're talking about. And what happens? One of them gets spooked, they take their hands off, they run away, they throw the board out, they open up a portal, what you could call, without closing it, without saying goodbye. You can burn the Ouija board and it's still not going to close it. They've just completely demolished the only way of sealing up what they've opened up. The one thing I can say is that even people who know what they're doing with Ouija boards still have enough common sense not to mess with Ouija boards, because you never know what you're getting. Debbie and I talk about it a million times over. You can have somebody that comes to you in a Ouija board. It could be a child, portraying as a child. It could be a child. It may not be a child. But most lower vibrational entities will come to you as a child, an innocent child. And that's why when people ask me and Debbie, oh, well, hey, can you look at this situation? Right away, boom, we know it's not a child. Right away, you can tell just by the energy. So how they show themselves to anybody who isn't in the know, like with the vibrations and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll be able to sometimes some people will be like, wait, I got this feeling, can you check on it? So they kind of know, your intuition kind of tells you, right? I mean, that's just kind of how it is. But that's why I always say, even I was watching something about, even when people do tarot cards, they can open up something, and it could be something where it could become out of their control. So anytime you're messing with spirit, or anytime you're opening up that any form of communication, you never know who you're speaking with until you really, really get that confirmation of, okay, this is legit. You may have to ask somebody, unless you're spiritually in tune, you'll be like, okay, I'm cool. But trust me, they're getting smarter, they're getting wiser, and a lot of it, some of them like, you want to see us? Here we are. Because of all these cameras in people's houses, the sensitivities in the air, everything. So most definitely. Since my brother passed away, I feel more things. It's weird. You know what, Georgina? It's gonna happen. Because your genuine love for him, because you guys are so close together, that and that's the thing about it, is that when you love somebody so much, that overwhelming feeling that comes to you, that just knowing, because when your brother, like a family member, okay, total example, you have that intuition. My sister texted me the other day, and she's like, "Hey, man, I've been thinking about you," because my sister's looking to get a new car, right? So we got in a group text, and with the cousins, and I'm just like, "Hey, sister, I was thinking about you. We were thinking about each other. You just know, those kind of things." And that's where your intuition is. So you and your brother are the same way. If you guys are very close, you sense his vibration. You know who he is. You know when he's around. And those are the things that we are completely attuned to, because we are so close. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So when when somebody's around. You may even hear him say your name sometimes, Georgina. I hear that. You think you hear his voice, and you turn around and you look and you're like, but he's not there. That's him. He's there. Absolutely. Ooh. You know what? You'll know when it's bad, Georgina, because you'll get this upset stomach. You'll get this, that alert letting you know that, hey, you know what? Something isn't right. You'll start to believe, because it's just that alarm inside. It's that intuition. Let that intuition guide you. If it makes you ask questions, so ask questions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. What did Jessica say when my brother held me? Yeah. You know what, Jessica? You have something that is a residual that's happening in your house. He said to me, I was just a shadow walking up from down the street and right into our house. Yeah, I think it's a residual. It's very weird, because I think a lot of that energy too is something that's left over from your brother. A good clearing of your house, probably with sage, that kind of thing. Wow, and your husband as well. There's a lot I would definitely clear your house. I would clear your house with some sage in the corners. Some people even wash their walls with salt water, that kind of thing. Um, because there's obviously a great sadness in your house, Jessica. There's something that you need to clear out, and that will help out a lot. I'm so sorry for all that you've gone through. That's horrible. Um, but I think that there's a way that you can clear some of that out. I think that a lot of it has to do with residual energies that are there. Um, hey, Rose, Adele, you're new here, aren't you? Aquayazi, hello, hello. I think a lot of the times, we go through great loss, through tragedy. And sometimes when people pass over, I think a lot of it happens because, that they still stick around. That residual energy is because, you know what, they know they made a mistake. They want to do over. But then I think sometimes they don't want to do over as well. They just kind of want to say, I'm sorry, I couldn't be in this life anymore. I just couldn't do it anymore. And when that happens, a lot of people, well, some people have instances where they do have situations that stuff continues to go on in their house. But then at the same time, I think some of it is just residual, which is just kind of leftover emotions that can be cleared out, by, saging, by just kind of saying a prayer, even getting holy water, just kind of, just doing a clearing of the house, as a prayer, those kind of things. But when we look at the family dynamic, sometimes there's old hurts in a family that we have to really, really let go of. And and sometimes it's one of those where it's a generational, ancestral healing that's taking place as well. So there's so many different dynamics of how we release energy, that stuff that no longer, suits our best and highest good. Yes, I'm new. Aqua has been recommending you for a few. Oh, nice, nice. Well, thank you, Aqua. We really appreciate it. It's beautiful energy. So let's see. Is there anybody that wants to do a quick reading or something, or we can do something? I don't know. I really didn't have anything planned today. I just said, you know what, I'm going to show up. Because I just think a lot of it too, though. What I've learned this week is a lot more people are becoming more sensitive. We are becoming more sensitive to the sounds around us, to a lot of the healing that's actually happened. People are getting, out and about. Things are opening up more. Um, but there's still a little bit of that nervousness. But there is that relief of being able to have a little bit more freedom. Having a little bit more freedom in a world that has been closed down for over a year is something that most people took for granted, and now people are actually showing, wow, you know, and making changes is a good thing. Making changes to understand that my old ways of thinking, or my old ways of, appreciating, having more gratitude, in things that we do each and every day now, is something that is sacred to many these days, where before we all took it for granted. I've always been one of those that I've always been a true lover. I've always been somebody who's very simple, but at the same time, I always knew there was more out there. And now the more has come. I'm here. So let's see here. Let's do Rose. You have a lovely, lovely energy to you. Excuse me. The energy around you, I see you have, I see you, Spirit is showing me you're walking through a field, a big, beautiful field. And in that field, there's big, lovely flowers, very tall. And you're just picking the flowers and you're smelling them. You have a great appreciation for the beauty around you, the little things in life. The understanding of the whys and the hows are not so, sometimes they get you, but most of the time you're like very easygoing when you're easygoing. I think that sometimes you just really, you enjoy a good cup of coffee. You enjoy those lovely things in life. And it's such a lovely, lovely thing. Just like Aqua Yazzie. Very lovely. Very, very lovely spiritual person. When I see her, I see rainbows. I see you both kind of sharing the same field. Aqua's here and you're over here, Rose. But on the same flow, in the same flow, you both are each a part of your tribe. You each bring something very beautiful, something very unique to the dynamics of your friendship, your relationship. your outlook on life. There are so many different things that I see happening good for you because you're in the flow. When you walk as a goddess, the things just flow to you. The energy just comes. The sun loves your face. The energy, my grandmother says, the energy that you put off is healing, such as Yazi. The energy, people thrive for that. It's a healing in its own little way that can never be touched or tainted by anyone else. You know your truth. Standing in your truth each and every day makes those around you much more stronger. It is a beautiful energy. It is absolutely untouchable. And I am so grateful for both of you. Because as healers, as light workers, as those, however, if I don't know if you define yourself, I don't think you should. Because the gifts, there is no glass ceiling in the gifts of love, unconditional love, the foresight, the ability to create magic where there is none at all is a gift that should never be named or something that is out of this world. You travel many, many ways, many, many lifetimes. You are an old soul. At one point, maybe in one life, you had something that you needed to learn that lesson over and over again, but you have achieved greatness, both of you. It's a beautiful energy. It is absolutely phenomenal. Branch out. Find more of your tribe. They are looking for you. Trust me. You're going to meet people within the next month or two, my grandmother says, and they need you. You're going to help them cross that bridge to their greatness. You're going to bring them the answers that they're looking for. Because it's that simple. It's very simple. It's like water flowing in the river. The waterfall never stops. The waterfall never stops. It never dries. It may come to a puddle at the very end, but it still flows. The rocks cannot even stop the water. It moves through. It gauges where it needs to go, but it still runs. My grandmother says she's so grateful for you. She's always here for each and every one of you. And the thing about it too is that, you know what? You're totally on the right. You're totally on the right spot. You're right where you need to be at the moment, right here and now. We have just started business together, and that was our message for yeah, absolutely. There you go. There you go. Confirmation. Confirmation. Absolutely. You know what? There's something sacred when a tribe comes together and they create magic, healing, and the unconditional love gets passed around to those. It trickles. Just like the waterfall. There is roughness when the waterfall comes down. There is. But eventually the water settles. It caresses the rocks, like I said. It will always find its way to where it needs to be. Even when the waters become still, it creates life in all that. In all that. Underneath the fish, they survive. They live, they thrive. They have families. The grass, all that becomes very lovely. It's all very beautiful energy. You ladies, both of you. Yeah, Lisa, you're in the tribe. You're in the Carla tribe. Yeah, absolutely. This is the place to be, man. This is the great world. We do healing. We find our passions. We pull people from out of the quicksand or the stagnant energy. Just you ladies being here on this show is helping me, tripling, quadrupling my energy and my words and my flow to help heal these out here, to heal whoever sees the show, whether they see it right now live or whether they see it a year from now, a week from now, a day from now, 10 years from now, however long YouTube is on here or however long they carry my videos. These videos are all timeless. And when the healing needs to happen, the videos will be seen. Absolutely lovely energy. Thank you, ladies. Yes, Lisa. Yes, Lisa. You're in the Carla tribe. Absolutely. Thank you. I'm glad you guys found me too. Aqua, Rose. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. And I'm so calm right now. I'm just so like, I could feel it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Absolutely. Let's see here. Carla, my brother, got some good news. Your brother's going to go. Here we go, Kate. Sorry. Wait, what did I do? I don't know. It was there. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Hey, I can heal, but I don't know how to work this screen here. You know what? Your brother's gonna be okay. He's gonna go. He's gonna have to go through the business a little bit, but he's gonna be okay. Call on Nana. Have her come in. Help him work it through. Sometimes we have to learn the lesson. Sometimes I don't mean learn the lesson, but sometimes there's a reason why. Maybe to slow him down a little bit. Maybe to come back to himself. But he's going to be okay. He's going to get through it. He's going to be all right. Thank you. I appreciate you, Lisa. You always creep in. You always just show up, but I know you're there. I know your energy. I know that. I know when you're there. I appreciate you, Lisa. You guys are great. You know, hey, Ernest, I saw you. How you doing? How you doing, Ernest? This is good stuff. Good stuff. We got good people here. Good people here. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking it's just one of those days, man. Carlos, Nana says hi. She says she's working on that credit. She says she's so proud of you. You're doing really good. Mine went up again, man. She's hooking it up. She's hooking it up. Hello, Jose. How are you doing today? Jose would like a love reading. Jose. You know what, Jose? I'm thinking if you're still here, let me know, Jose. Just type in, I'm here. Yeah. You know what, Jose? I'm just going to do this. If you want to come back and watch it later, that's fine. Jose, my way of thinking for you right now is that in order for you to find the right person, hey, Jose, good. I'm glad you're here. In order for you to find the right person, Jose, you need to be the right person as well. Let go of old relationships. Don't drag that baggage around. Nana says, let that stuff go. Don't think every woman is like the last one that might have burned you or did you wrong. Don't look for the same type of woman either. I think sometimes you just, you got to kind of adjust what you're looking for. I'm not saying settle. I'm not saying, dumb yourself down, or I'm not saying look for something less than. No. Shift your gears, shift your sails. Go to much nicer waters to find the love of your life. The woman that's out there for you is going to be the one that's going to accept you for who you are. She's not going to try and change you into the ways that you are. But you have to keep in mind, when you get in a relationship, each party is 110%. Not okay, 50-50. No, 110%, 110%. Because if you go into a relationship just kind of giving half of what you know you can give fully, you're cheating them and you're cheating yourself out of a lovely, lovely relationship. Yeah, sometimes we have to think of those things like, I don't know, he leaves the toilet seat up or whatever, she leaves her makeup all over, makes a mess in the bathroom or whatever. She doesn't do the dishes after she cooks. Well, compromise. If she cooks for you, you do the dishes, right? Or do the dishes together. Sometimes we have to think outside the box, do things we never done in a relationship out of respect and love. The old days are gone, my friend. We have to look for the new ways. the advancements in our relationships, making sure that they stay sizzling hot, that we're able to understand one another. And if there's things that, communication is really big because you know what? Since this coronavirus has happened, since this pandemic has happened, couples have spent more time. I heard it on the radio. It was some bullshit. They said if you've been dating for 1 year, it's like adding 2 years to your relationship since everybody's been locked up in COVID. If you've lived together, instead of you guys only being together 1 year, it's like being together for a total of 3 years. It's added that. How many relationships have survived? You know why? Because people had to get to know themselves or each other the right way. There's no fibbing. You can't tell me that, oh yeah, I like this and oh no, I like this, I like that. Why? Because they like it. Oh no, I don't eat red meat, but then later on she's eating, you catch her down at Burger King eating a big old Whopper or something like that, right? Right? You can't sugarcoat that. You know what I mean? And people are having to speak their truth, which they should have from the very beginning. And I always preach this. How many relationships do you know where you go out, you meet somebody, and you're like they call my grandma and nana, boca chiquita. That you need to that you meet somebody and they're just kind of like, oh no, I don't like this, I don't like that, and then all of a sudden, months down the road, they finally speak their truth because they can't hold all that in. Well, I never liked that anyways. So now you're stuck. You're like, I don't even know who in the hell you are. So now you have to get to know them all over again, or else you just cut it and you're like, forget it. That's why relationships don't work, because people cannot speak their truth from the minute that they meet. If there's something you don't like, tell them you don't like it. I don't like Chinese food. Let's go eat somewhere else. Okay, fine. You like Chinese food? You do Chinese, I'll do something else, or whatever it may be. But trust in yourself, Jose. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. There's always somebody out there who has great love for who you are. But keep in mind, it goes both ways. The old ways are gone, my friend. I think you probably already know her. You'll get to know her through a friend of a friend. You'll meet her within the next 6 months. No, my grandma says the next month. She says the next month you'll meet her. Be kind. Be truthful. She'll come to you. Trust me, my friend. I bless you and I leave you with that. Good stuff. Good stuff, Jose. She's beautiful. Thank you, Georgina. Thank you. Good morning. Oh, this girl. You just need to come. These trolls. Sorry. Troll Central here. You know what, Jose? You're gonna be fine, my friend. And you know what? So what if some of your friends don't like her, that she's different? Different's good for you. She pushes you forward. She makes you think. She takes you out of your comfort zone. She's going to help you to do those things you dream of. She is your equal. She's your partner. Trust her. Don't walk in there thinking, oh, hey, don't. She's going to be a teacher. She's going to do great things for you, and you're going to do great things for her. Bless you, and I leave you with that, my friend. Right. Absolutely true. I feel bad for all those guys that found out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know what? I've had my hair like this, like gray, all this. Keith is all, whatever. Because it's not all about the look for Keith, And it's true. I've seen some girls walking around, their nails are super long. That was the first thing they did, man. That's the first thing they did. And hey, more power to them. If that's something they want to do, good for them. If that's what they want to do, good for them. That's just not my style. The first thing I did when I got out was, because there's no judgment here. You want to go out? I did get my brows waxed. I will put that down. I did get my brows waxed because I looked like Betty the Yeti, man. I was, but this is what I'm saying, little by little, I'm glad people get out. If that's where you, if that's what makes you happy, so do it. So be it. Be about it. If that's what brings you peace, yeah, go to the salon or do those things. You know, heck yeah, we deserve it as women, as men. We deserve anything. The good stuff in life. Absolutely. So Cheryl, my friend, Cheryl. Ah, thank you. Yeah, Keith is. He just doesn't want to admit it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm very lucky too. I'm very lucky. Absolutely. Lucky girl. Lucky girl. All right, Cheryl. Cheryl, when I look at your energy, you're still here, right, Cheryl? Okay. When I look at your energy, Cheryl, I see this spirit is showing me, my grandmother is showing me you're driving around. You're driving around in your vehicle and you're just kind of going, you have no destination, but you have to get somewhere. The urgency to be somewhere and not have a destination is a very, I don't want to say a dangerous place to be, but it's a very tiring, and it's a very, you run yourself down, you run yourself ragged. The energy that I see within you is something of, you got your hands up, you're crying in your hands. And my grandmother says that the situation that is at hand, it will not be here for forever. Whatever your circumstances are right now, take a step back and really, really think about how it's affecting you and your health. My grandmother says, she's like, and your health. She's pointing that out like your health. That's very important. Now, whatever your circumstances may be, they're not going to last forever. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. It will get better. But my grandmother's saying is take a step back. Look at the entire situation from both sides. But also look at the truth of the matter. Let's not divulge in extra explanation or extra what ifs, could ifs, maybes, and all this other stuff. She says the truth is the truth. There is no changing the truth. You know how some people say this, there's her truth, his truth, and then there's the truth. Taking away all of the whatever, all of the extras that are on top of this story. I see just a pile. Thin the pile. Go inside and really look at what's really going on. Let the chips fall where they may. Don't try and control what's going on, because you're just making yourself crazy. I have this overwhelming pressure in my face. This like this energy that's just completely taken over my face, like this worry, this sadness, all this thing that's just going on. So you have to really, really look. I don't know exactly what your situation is. I mean, if you want, you don't have to tell me here. We can talk outside, but you can message me or whatever, because I know it's very personal. But I want you to understand that when the truth, it just has to be about the truth. You can't. I mean, I don't know if there's, I don't know. I have a feeling that there might be law enforcement involved, something. I'm not sure. But I feel there's some kind of legal thing going on here. And I think that that's something you really, the truth is the truth, sister, regardless of however it is. It's got to be what it's got to be. I bless you and I leave you with that. I hope that makes sense. My grandmother's just kind of like, all she keeps saying is worry about your health. Yeah, worry about you. You need to take care of your health. You really need to focus on that. Because whatever it is, it's I don't want to say it's killing you, but it's really taking a toll on you, and you really need to take inventory and just kind of start chiseling away on all that's eating you up. Okay. So was there anybody else here that needed any kind of message or anything from spirit? Anything going on? Yeah, Cheryl, I, I think you're gonna be, you know, uh, you know what, Cheryl, you're gonna come out of this okay, but don't fight the truth, sister. Don't fight the truth. I don't know anything. Phyllis doesn't tell me anything about what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't ask people their personal lives. Especially there's certain things I don't discuss here live, especially when there's higher, whatever. When it comes to court things and stuff like that, I'm not saying that's what your situation is. I'm just putting it out there that there's just certain things that later on down the road, I don't want them freaking giving me a subpoena for my, you know what I mean, for the information I'm aware of, because I don't know nothing about nothing. Plead fifth, five, five, five. Anyways, I bless you and I leave you with that. Cheryl, you're going to be just fine. But let the truth lie where it's at. Always speak your truth. See, I don't know anything about that, but you know what? Just walk in your truth, sister. That's the best advice I can give you. Stand in your truth. And trust me, my grandmother says she'll help you. But always stand in. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying, stand in your truth. My grandmother will guide you. She will help you. Ask her. She will. She helps everybody. Samantha. I love reading. My grandmother says you need to quit messing with those little boys. The thing about women in that stand in their power, you're also a powerhouse, Samantha. Somebody who knows what she wants, somebody who kind of knows, but you're settling for those ones that just really don't care. They'll just move on to the next one. When Samantha, when you walk in the room, you're one of those that people notice you, and it's a beautiful energy. But when you look at the energy of the ones around you, you can't fix everybody. Are you the one that likes to pick up the guys, the ones that, not pick up, I don't mean it like that, disrespectful. I'm just saying you end up with the guys with the broken wing, you know what I mean? That everybody, you can't fix everybody. There's a perfect man out there for you. He's going to be the one that's going to help you. Oh God, here's another troll. He's the one that's going to help you be the one that's in your days and in your nights, and he's going to be the one that's going to be truthful, and he's the one that's going to be able to help you grow, not stunt your growth. The ones that you've been hanging out with, they got no business. They got no kind of business. They have no goals. Maybe some of them do, but they're little goals. They're not like the goal-minded such as yourself. When we try and help people create their goals. Okay, this is what my grandmother says. You have people that are like, okay, I've got these goals right here. These goals. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I grind for every single day. In my mind, this is what I do. This is who I am. Then you have, on the other hand, the 5 people. Yeah, they talk about this, they talk about that, they talk about this, they talk about that, they talk about this, but they haven't done shit to move forward. A year from now, you're going to see them and they're still going to be talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, talking about, yeah, I'm still working on it. Those are the ones you need to get rid of. There's movers and shakers, and there's talkers. When we look at the energy for people that are around us and we're like, hey, you know what? I really like this person's energy. Yeah, great. But don't ever let anybody stunt your growth. That's what's something that's really important, is because you know what? Sometimes we keep ourselves down because we don't want to upset our partner, or we don't strive harder. We just kind of keep ourselves. I'm not saying dumb ourselves down. I'm just saying we slow down our pace because we don't want to outpace the man that we love or the woman that we love. No, that's a no-go. In a true relationship, you both pole vault each other. You're like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to push you to do this. I'm going to sacrifice, in a good way, something so that you can do this. I'm going to meet you in the middle. 110% each party. It's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. But first, you have to switch up your energy, your vibration, to thinking of the ones that you really want. What kind of man do you want? Hard worker. Somebody who can save money. Somebody who is not a cheater. Or list the things you do want. Don't list the things you don't want. I want a hard worker, a passionate man, a funny man. Whatever you want. Whatever, top 5, man, top 5, whatever. Put that on your list. Boom, manifest it. Debbie has like a free book, manifesting, many ways of manifesting. You can email her at, or go to the Psychic Fixes Facebook page. Just inbox her right there. Ask her, can you please send me your many ways of manifesting? Manifest that job. Manifest that, that new relationship. Absolutely. It's all there for you. The only thing that slows our processing is our own way of thinking about ourselves, who we are, what we provide for, not just for ourselves, our families, and all of evolution. We're the only ones that stunt our growth. Thinking outside the box is something that not many people are able to do because we get we get in our comfort zone. We're raised by our parental units to find, by our ways of thinking. You grow up, mind your business, respect your elders, go to work, have your family, buy a house, blah, 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 blah. Right? You live and you die. In between that, you pay bills and you create a family and whatever else we do. No. Outside the box. Absolutely outside the box. You know what, Georgina? Your man is on the way. He's super sweet. He's a little chubby, but that's okay. That's all right. God loves chubby. He's fit, that kind of guy. Very nice. Very nice gentleman. He drives a very conservative car, kind of, sort of, not a big deal. You'll meet him within 3 months, my grandmother says. Just, even if he turns out just to be a friend, he's somebody you can spend time with, however you take it, however you look at the energy, it's fine. No worries. Yeah, you're very welcome, Samantha. You're very welcome. Trim your herd. That's one thing my grandmother always says. Your friends are not your friends until they've actually, I'm not saying done something for you, but they're people that help you in support, meaning they want nothing but the best for you. How many of you people, my grandmother says, how many people out there have those friends that, hey, I want you to do good. I want you to kick ass. I want you to be top shelf. Just don't do better than me. Sound familiar, Samantha? Trust me. Everybody has those people in their lives. However you choose to address them is on you. Whether you address them is even on you. That's your business. But you know what? At the same time, why even bother? Yeah, why even bother? You stay in your lane and you run your race, Samantha. Absolutely, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, all of you. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You run your race. You do the things on your terms with respect to everybody out there. Not being disrespectful, not being untruthful, not being just a complete jackass. No. Unconditional love. If they're not for you, they're not for you. Hey, there's no disrespect there. You know what? Let me tell you right now. I know people in my life I've known since kindergarten that are still in my life. I see them to this day. I see them. Hey, homegirl, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing fine, mom. We all went different paths. Some still stayed, in that mentality or whatever, and that's who they are. But there's respect. And that's something that I cannot say for many people. There's some people, yeah, you go to your high school reunions and, they just want to see, hey, what did you do with your life? My friends are not like that. The ones I still keep in my circle, not my immediate circle. My immediate circle are my family and my friends. Not all my family. My children, Keith, our dog, Gypsy. It's truth. It's not meant to hurt anybody. It's not meant to undermine anybody or make anybody feel less than. It's just truth. Whether they're family, friends, people you've known all your life, however you describe them or however you hold them dear to your heart, just because even family members, just because they're not in your everyday life, you don't have to see them. You can send them all the love you want. Hey, you're just, there's just some people that are not meant to be in your immediate circle, in your everyday life. I have family members. I would, my sister, my cousins, the twins, Mandy and Rinda, we have a girls' day, a girls' weekend or whatever we do. They're my circle. Debbie, from the, Keith, they're my circle. My family, my children, they're my circle. It's a sacred circle. And it's because you know what? We all speak our truth. We guide, we help. It's just one of those things. Now, you know how they always say, oh, blood is thicker than water. Yeah, but not all the time. I've known people that I grew up with from, like I said, from high school, and I'm just like, hey, if they need me, I'm there. I got it. But other than that, who are the people? Oh man, that's broad. Who are the people that you could totally depend on when you're hungry? I'm not saying you have to pay them back. I'm not saying that, but you remember those people that were there for you when nobody else was. The people that held you. Those kind of things. I'm not saying those are the only ones that should be in your life, but I'm just saying, you know what? Because there's also some that weren't able to. They didn't know how to approach you. They didn't know how to be like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, because they didn't have the words. They didn't know how to help. So, so we send everybody unconditional love. We do it that way. So I hope this show helped you guys. Yeah. Oh, you know what? My dog, she's a husky. Your dogs are the best. They love him. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? And dogs will tell you. In fact, Georgina, your dogs will tell you who he is. Your dogs will tell you. We have a husky. Her name is Gypsy Rose. And you know what? Yeah, she gets sassy a lot of times. She gets bossy. She's a husky. That's just who she is. But then again, I created that monster, right? By being her mama. So anyways, I hope this show was good for you guys. I send prayers and healing to each and every one of you. The activations have been set. The healing is in motion. Through my words, I send healing. My grandmother, who stands to my side, sends healing as well. Call on her, she says. She says, I already know who you are. Yes, I will see you on Monday, Kate. I'll see you guys with Debbie on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Tuesday, we do free readings. Yes, Debbie does free readings on Fridays as well. We have Tuesday. We have, oh my goodness, I still haven't gotten with her. We have Lady T. If you've been having some weird dreams, you get with Lady T at 8 a.m. specific time. And she will tell you exactly. I still haven't talked to her about my dream that I had about the snakes. You have some questions about some weird dream that you keep having over and over again? Watch your show on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. and she's going to tell you exactly what's up with that dream. And Friday, we have Kristen. She does a beautiful sound bath healing, a meditation kind, beautiful, good stuff. She's on about 5-ish or 6-ish or so, somewhere in that neck of the woods. And I'm here every Saturday. You guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will see you on Monday. I love you all very much. Keep in mind, if a troll comes at you in your DMs, you tell him not today, Satan. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, you guys, take it easy. I love you very much. I'll see you next time.